Good morning, kindergartners, first graders, and second graders. I have some very unusual news. I walked into my studio this morning, hadn't been in here all weekend, and there were monsters everywhere. I was hoping maybe that you could help me figure out what to do about this. Now, thankfully, they left a letter here. I'll read it to you. Dear Mr. Goki, we're friendly. That's a relief. But we're not leaving until your students make monster portraits. Monster portraits. So a portrait is a picture of a person usually, but they want monster portraits. Well, what if my students don't know how to make monster portraits? I've got it. For your next lesson, I'm going to teach you how to make your own monster portrait. You're going to try to come up with an original monster that has never existed before. I'm going to show you step by step to make it easy peasy, nacho cheesy. Video coming soon. Well, look who jumped up on my drawing pad, one of the monsters. Good thing they're friendly. Looking at this monster, I noticed a couple characteristics. It's got really big eyes, a round-shaped head. In fact, really, its head is its whole body, and lots of textured hair. I think I'm going to make up my own, but I'm going to take a little bit of inspiration from this guy. You sit over here, buddy. All right. I'm going to start off with those big eyes. And if you want to make it easier for yourself, you're welcome to trace some cups. I found a cup in my kitchen that I think is about just the right size. So I'm going to make a big eye over here. And by the way, there aren't really any rules about how many eyes a monster should have. So yours could have one eye. It could have 3 eyes. It could have 6 eyes. No rules. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my other eye a little bit smaller. And I just trace the other side of the cup. I think some irises are going to help here. Maybe this one's going to be looking in the other direction. I'll fill those in. Then I'll start thinking about the head. And for these monsters, I want you to think about doing close up. So it's like you took a camera or a camera phone and zoomed in on a monster. And I'm going to give it a big round head. Maybe that eye over there is so big that it kind of pops out like that. So we're filling up the whole paper here. I like to keep my monsters silly. And so I'm going to make mine happy, but goofy at the same time. Maybe it's going to have some big teeth going one way, and then it's going to maybe have some teeth going the other direction too. This monster, just like the rest of us, hasn't been to the dentist recently. All right, what else can we add here? What would be a good thing to add? I'm thinking horns. Maybe one big one over here. It's coming off the page. Now, what would be cool inside? We sure have talked a lot about patterns lately. So patterns would be a great idea before you start coloring. Now you could just draw them, but another route that you could go is you could make circles or any kind of shape really with construction paper, and you could glue polka dots on here or any other kind of pattern for that matter. Maybe I'll make it look like it's kind of coming off the edge here. Got a polka dot over there, polka dot over here. Looking pretty cool. I'm gonna make a couple smaller ones and add those. This just gives you some choices because it's hard to guess what you all have as far as art supplies in your house. So there are some polka dots. I think that I like the idea of adding texture that I got from looking at this guy here. Now, texture is the way that something feels when you touch it, but you can also make your drawings look like they have texture. So maybe there's gonna be a sprout of hair coming up in the center. And I'm making that frizzy and soft and kind of wavy. I could even add some texture in different places on my monster. Maybe it's a little bit of a furry monster. And it's got some hair. I'm starting to have fun now. So on yours, of course, I want you to add color. If you don't want to use the construction paper, you are more than welcome to use crayons, markers, color pencils, whatever else you have around the house. I know I'm kind of short on supplies right now too. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get into my art room soon so I can get some more stuff. Use what you have. Fill up the whole thing with color, be original, but most importantly, have fun. Please send them to me so I can show them to the monsters in my garage so they'll leave peacefully. Thank you so much.